The student who lost herself. Lianna had always dreamed of being on the honor list. She was a brave and diligent student who never hesitated to raise her hand during recitation, especially during science class. Focused and confident in her goals, she believed there was nothing to lose. Each day, Lianna woke up at 7 a.m. eager to advance her learning. She would dive into YouTube lessons, carefully copying down the important details she learned. This method worked wonders for her, and it became the secret behind her ability to confidently answer in class. A week passed, and the day of the test loomed ahead, a new challenge she was determined to conquer. Her heart raced as she sat for the exam, her thoughts swirling with anticipation. When the results came in, Lianna felt a sinking weight in her chest. 3250 stared back at her in the science subject she loved so much. Sadness enveloped her. She felt as though she had betrayed herself, her hard work reduced to a single grade. By the end of the day, she labeled herself a failure. Lianna made a promise to herself: she would do better next quarter. However, things didn't go as planned. Instead of improving, her performance worsened. The girl who was once at the top of tests and quizzes had fallen to the bottom. Her confidence crumbled, and self-doubt took root. No matter how hard she tried, Lianna began to believe she would fail anyway. Her dreams of becoming an honor student started to slip away, like sand washed by relentless waves. She sat in class, feeling empty and defeated, her once bright spark extinguished. The only thing she could do was sit silently, watching her teacher speak as if she were a ghost in her own life. But then, something began to shift. A week later, while sitting in class, Lianna had an epiphany. She realized that while she had stopped believing in herself, there were still people who believed in her. Her teachers, her friends, they had never given up on her. With this thought, she decided to listen carefully and genuinely try to learn. During class, her teacher posed a question to the group. For a moment, doubt lingered, but then she felt a spark, a flicker of her old self. "Ma'am," she shouted, raising her hand confidently. Her heart pounded as she answered the question, and her teacher's reply filled her with joy: "You're right." At that moment, Lianna felt something she hadn't in a long time: hope. Ring, ring. The sound of the clock jolted her awake. She blinked, realizing it had all been a dream. But it wasn't just any dream, it was a vision of the girl she used to be and the girl she wanted to become again. The dream reignited her passion and reminded her of one important truth: no matter what happened, she had nothing to lose by trying. The next morning, Lianna got ready for school with a renewed sense of purpose. She arrived early, eager to study the day's lesson. As class began, she participated wholeheartedly, her heart swelling with happiness she hadn't felt in weeks. She wasn't just happy, her teachers and classmates, the ones who had always believed in her, were too. Lianna learned an important lesson that day: she didn't have to be top of the class to be a success. She wasn't a failure, because she had regained her belief in herself. Standing before her classmates one day, she spoke with pride and determination: "You must be ready for challenges and face them with faith and self-respect. Don't let the waves break your dreams." Her classmates erupted into applause, and Lianna smiled, holding those words close to her heart. She promised herself she would always strive for her dreams, no matter what obstacles came her way, and this time, she knew she could do it.